Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. Remy Ma, bad look for the Terror Squad. Fat Joe got a business, an organization that's been respected worldwide for a long time. They put that TS on her neck. Now they saying that the TS stand for trans because of the way she acting towards her husband. She cheated on this man and allegedly Fat Joe had to call up Remy Ma and let her know it's time to grow up. She almost 50 years old acting like she's 16. And then they got a video of Fat Joe talking to Jada Kiss about how grimy women is and how women that do men dirty and why it's best to never get married. And a lot of people feel like he was taking shots directly at Remy Ma.
I don't know what to tell you. It just ain't safe no more, man. To get married and like that. That
You
shit
need
ain't
old
safe.
music in the back right here. Where's the love?
No, that's what I'm saying.
No love.
Because, let me ask you a question, right? Now that I'm talking about it. I wouldn't say you because you've been married a long time, but what's the foulest a chick ever did to one of your mans that you was just like,
man.
No, I need it though. I need it from the top.
I can't enter this realm. I just know, I know somebody that's on that I can't even say. It's a lot of, just be.
Yeah, but can we hear one?
I can't, I don't.
In general.
I don't, these is too serious and detrimental to, you know what I mean? Just watch. Lose your money, don't lose your mind. And don't lose your money either. Or your mind, so don't lose nothing, man. Watch your, you know what I mean?
Man, but
watch your back, young athletes.
Well, I've had a young girlfriend way before that. Like I had a serious girlfriend, and I was in the hood. I ain't this before I ever thought I was gonna be Fat Joe the rapper. And every single guy I ever had beef with, I'm like, yo, Black Tone, I'ma get him. Yo, Chaguito, I'ma get him. All that shit while I'm sitting there. Yeah. Everybody from the hood, I'ma this, that. So I break up with the girl, and they hit me, yo, Craig.
She with Chaguito.
Sorry, she just walked out the spot with Chaguito. Yo, Craig, Black Tone, he smashed his shorty.
They know how to get you back.
They'll call your enemies. It's just it's just the truth. And when I say enemies, and then once they finish with the enemies, they'll your friends. So
they turn them into enemies.
Oh, it's bad out here, man. And so this many years ago, but that's the foulest shit that ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to use one of my friends. I got friends too much. Doesn't happen to them. You know, as far as me, it's like, yo, I done seen it. I stared the enemy in the barrel. It was like, damn, and you can't do nothing about it. You just got to handle it and take it on the chin.
Yeah. Character. It's that time.
So his Pap's attitude is, you don't shake no nigga that had sex with your wife. So he's like, basically, whenever I see him, I'm knocking him out. So Pap knocked him out. And then Remy called him, I guess it was a Remy event, Remy called and said, yo, now you wild out. Now I got to be with the so he don't press charges and do all the wild. Now I can't even curve the I was just about to curve him.
She even got camera on talking about her real bad. And in Fat Joe's culture, they might do a femicide on Remy Ma. She talking bad about Clarissa Shields, knowing that she don't want to fight her. But y'all know Remy Ma quick to pull a gun out on somebody, so I don't think Clarissa really want to try Remy neither. And Papoose, he really do look like a sucker in this situation. But for Fat Joe to allegedly had called up Remy Ma to tell her about herself, let me know that he genuinely got love for her, because somebody had to say it. She too grown to be carrying on the way she been carrying on. She did a blog that was so long that it had me thinking, Remy need to go down there to Labor Ready and find something to do with herself, because the way she was going on and on about her husband made me think of a child or somebody that didn't know no better. She's a mother. Her son in jail right now. She's speaking on Papoose's son because he decided he wanted to be Papoose's daughter. She messier than I don't know what. And if Fat Joe really did call her up and tell her about herself, I want to say, Fat Joe, I want to thank you. We appreciate you for stepping in and intervening, if that's what he really did, because Remy Ma is really taking this too far.
Let's not let them deflect. don't care if you went on the website last night irately to prove a point and started filling out shit that ain't never gonna get answered because it's a weekend and then Monday's a holiday. I do not care. I don't. Okay? I don't care. I didn't realize that Papoose was still crashing out at 2 a.m. because I was sleeping because I have to get up in the morning and take my daughter to school. Throughout the day, I really wanted to get right to it, but I had some things to do because I have something to do later, and I had to pick my daughter back up from school. But now that she's secure and everything's fine, and I got about 7 minutes before I gotta start getting ready and put my clothes on. What I am going to do is address the couple of things that was just totally egregious, totally outlandish. Okay? The first one is just ludicrous and doesn't even make sense. This man ain't right 90% of anything. Like, I wish he paid 90% of the bills. We probably wouldn't be here, but that's neither here nor there. Not only did this man not write for me, that's where a lot of his animosity comes from. Every time we would do interviews and people would be like, oh my God, do y'all rap battle? Who's better? Like, she's better, she's better. His heart though, it pains him because he really wants this. He wants this. We're talking about somebody who literally sat and made an album each month for a year straight that nobody purchased. And then here I am, literally making a lot of money on old work. And then sometimes I'll pop out with a low verse on Ghetto and Ratchet with Connie, or I pop out with a verse on a Mary J record, or I do something with my Fat Joe. And every time I do it, like, yo, Ram with that, please, with the album, And he envies that I had that demand and or that I have the leisure to not really do music because financially I'll still be okay. Right? I was always being threatened, or should I use the word blackmail, since that's the word we like to use. The only person that has ever tried to blackmail me was Papoose. All of these things he's saying now, oh, I wrote her music, oh, she's abusing her daughter. This man will wait till my daughter did something out of pocket, because he doesn't chastise any of them, really. Wait till my daughter does something out of pocket, and when I go to chastise her, he would secretly record me. The same way he played a clip of a secret recording the other day, yesterday or whenever. He would secretly record me and then tell me like, yo, I'll play this and tell him that you abuse our daughter. Swear to God. Swear to God. This is the type of manipulator that we're dealing with. He loves using the word narcissist, strangely. Look up the tactics of a narcissist. When they can't control you anymore, they try to assassinate your character with lies. You understand? My daughter's well taken care of. Not because of him. That man didn't even contribute $1 to her being here. IVF cost me over $100,000. So I wanted to focus on my career. Right? So that's that. To say that you penned anything, you're corny. Like, no, the fact that nobody even believes you. I don't know why academics is over there like, yo, this would it. Sir, please. Don't use your platform to promote positivity. Don't push propaganda and lies. So that was that. It really wasn't even that serious, but I felt like I had to say that. The part that really blew the part that scuffed my Timbs is that this man really tried to come on here and say that that he caught me with a female, which is one of my friends, which I've been holding her back for years because she hasn't liked this man for years. Like, yo, you can't say nothing, you can't say anything. You gotta respect it. You not only did you disrespect her, you said her name, everything. So whatever she says about you, that's that. Like, it's out of my hands right now. But he caught me in a sexual act with a female with my daughter on the bed. I slipped out of the bed with him after he was trying to get something, denied him. I always deny him. I've denied him. I haven't had sex with him in years. But I slipped out of our bed and tried to go get in another bed with a girl, a female, which is my friend, one of my close friends for years and years and years. And he caught me with my daughter and all this. First of all, you try to say what you said about Easy. Oh, he a little. I think it's a little sugar in his tank. That's weird to me. That you literally got on here and thought you had a flex trying to say, oh, she's bisexual. This, like, I'm actually not. But thanks for the uplift, because all the bad bitches that's been in my DMs since you said that, like, shout out to y'all. But try to say that she's done so many things to the people from that community. Who? Most of my friends. Femmes, aggressors, my hairstylist, one of my makeup artists. Like, who? Like, by you saying that really shows how you really feel. Oh, I'm only on here because you talked about my children. What children? Why do people only know that you have 2 children? Mine and your oldest daughter. Why they don't know about your son? Why was there 1,001 blogs posting, oh, his new girlfriend, way back when you was really with your daughter? Because they never even see her that much. You understand? Don't ever play with me. I told you the last time when you tried that son, oh, she wasn't with my daughter on Christmas. Not only was I with her on Christmas, and your dumb ass was sitting right there. I bought most of the shit like I always do. Like, what you talking about? What are you talking about? Why you keep playing with my kid? But as soon as I start talking about your parenting, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. She won't let me see my daughter. She won't let me see my daughter. I ain't never been the bitch to keep a man away from his kid. I'm not gonna be with the kid all day. Go over there. It's your turn too. You understand? Are you talking about the times when you wanted to take her over to your mother's house? And I told you, don't be having my daughter around the house that's over there? One of your adopted sisters, knowingly, y'all all know about it over there, touching on kids. And that's why she ain't never been over there. That's why she don't know them. And you agreed with it when we were together. Hence why my daughter ain't never really go over there like that. So don't try to sit here and spin and act like, oh, she... The same one whose sister is in the shade room comments popping shit. Worry about your sister that y'all protecting over there on that side of the family. Okay? Okay? Yes, I'm going there. I don't want her around no that are being protected. Tell me I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Should I list who she touched that y'all all know about? And then y'all all act like y'all don't see nothing? That upsets me. That makes me mad. When somebody acts like and tries to attack my motherhood, that upsets me. And he knows that. I'm off that subject. Don't play about my motherhood again. Papoose. For all of y'all saying he bought my jewelry, he ain't buy shit. I can count what he bought. That's in one of my jewelry. An anklet, a little charm here and there. The shit that you walked out with, that you was posted up with on your page, with your current situation, my half the kilo Cuban, you ain't buy that. My Cartier bracelet, you ain't buy that. My Van Cleefs, you ain't buy none of that. And even if you did buy me something, that doesn't give you the right to go in my jewelry box and pawn it, because it's mine. But you didn't take anything that you bought, because it ain't what you gonna get, a couple $100. I have all my receipts for hundreds of thousands of dollars from pristine jewelers, sir. Okay? Now that's addressed. Stop lying. I'm mad because she's mad because I found out that she was with a woman, and she's mad because I moved on. You want to know? Y'all want to know why he's mad? Y'all want to know why he didn't address anything that I said, but he went in and on to attack Easy, the block captain, that he literally is obsessed with? First of all, you posted an audio, right? That you're recording, you federal agent. Mr. Recording devices, cameras throughout every house, crib, car we ever had in life. When you're recording and the other person doesn't know they're recording, you're gonna act accordingly because you know you're being recorded. You wanted me to lie and say that nothing never happened at all, that I wasn't messing with him, I wasn't talking to him, nothing. And I said, I'm not doing that. We all, me, you, and Easy agreed that we wasn't gonna say nothing about the incident that happened at my event. Not that you knocked anybody out, because that was always a lie. And you agreed to it because at the time you didn't have your executive position job as the head of hip hop that no one has heard about in the month of Sundays. And you wasn't sure if it was secure, so we couldn't have something coming out where you were seeming like the aggressor or committing a crime or anything like that. Me, being who I am, I went and I talked to Easy and I'm like, listen, just chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's in all of our best interest because he is who he is in his field. I am who I am. And Papoose is who he is. At the time, he was still Papoose. He wasn't Papoose yet. Well, he was, but I just didn't know. So, the moment that he knew his job at TuneCore was solidified via that bitch you was over there, play with me. I dare you. Play with me. That's why he was mad that I never posted it, because he doesn't get a check from TuneCore. He was getting a percentage of the subscriptions, and he wanted me to post to my 11 million followers to subscribe to TuneCore. And I told him, tell the bitch that's your TuneCore to post it on her page. I didn't see anything wrong with that. What are you talking about? The second that he knew his job was solidified, he then started going on and said, I knocked somebody out, because he was mad. He wanted to assassinate Easy's character the same way he's trying to assassinate mine. Okay? I literally peeled off your ass, because I can't even go to that venue no more because the way he was acting when they got about it. When you ran off into the night with a mask on and nobody knew where you went to, it was like, we doing this. You know what I said? Sorry, guys. That's my husband still, and that's my daughter's father. I can't do nothing. Yes, he was absolutely wrong. He was dead wrong. He was out of pocket. Yeah, if y'all do something behind my back that I don't know about, whatever, but not on my watch, I'm not doing it. And that's how I behave, and that's how I handle him. Through all the tormenting and all the secrets and all everything, nobody still couldn't handle him crazy. Let's be clear. People didn't respect me on the strength of him. A lot of the shit that he got was on the strength of me. And that's how I carried it. So when people was like, when he goes on there and says, oh, he lied after I knocked him out, he lied. Like, well, we all lied. Because we were all trying to make sure that we were all good because you did some dumb shit. But y'all know how it is. They could do mad shit to you all day, every day, year after year, decade after decade. But the second you do something to them, the second you say, I'm done, I'm finished, all hell breaks loose. He used to be gorilla glued to my nuts everywhere I went. Not because I'm a cheater and because I can't keep my legs closed, but because he was so worried about an athlete or another rapper or an executive getting my attention and I'll leave. When he realized that a regular that can rap, but just not the way we do it. By the way, he makes $50,000 per battle, has about 5-6 battles a year, so he makes at least $250,000 a year. You understand? Great credit score. I never seen a person with a credit score like this in my life. Like the richest people, some people who beg me to add their name to one of my properties and I have to lien on it because they don't pay their taxes. He couldn't believe and couldn't fathom why him. So while he's sitting there, she was saying, why Hitman, why Goods? Why are you lying? Why are you lying? You was devastated that a regular that used to work for sanitation, got a pension plan, got a 401k, that happens to rap, was able to overcome your manipulation, was able to treat me nice. Not just because the camera's on, not just because people are watching, but because he genuinely felt like that. Not because I was paying his bills, not because I was taking care of his kids. None of that. None of that. And then after I created my battle league, Chrome 23, I hope to make another battle league that's popping. He signed himself to, he literally that day signed himself to Slit Your Wrist Records and dropped a single the same day. The same day. He keeps digging up old pictures of AZ off of Google to try to make people like, look who she messing with, look who she doing this. Bro, if I post some of your old pictures, you look crazy. A lot of our older pictures look crazy. Why don't you post the pictures and the videos and the surveillance you have that has been hurting your heart? That had you on live for 2 hours, 3 different times at 2 a.m. in the morning. Because that's what you said. That's what you said to me. Oh, yeah, I'm moving around with my current come up publicly. And you did the same thing to me. I just had to deal with it in private. People don't know what I had to deal with. You're the weird one. You're the one that kept blackmailing me and threatening me to release sex tapes of me. Y'all keep saying, oh, she was parading around with this guy. I ain't never do that. Never. Y'all may see me standing with somebody. Y'all may have seen me at my battle league where people was talking crazy about me. People who have had conversations with Papoose who was feeding them information to talk shit about me in hopes that it would be so bad and I would be so ashamed and so embarrassed that I would stop. But I'm a real ass bitch and I know the truth, so I don't go what a nigga saying no battle rap. I know what's up. Nice try.
Lord have mercy, that's somebody auntie y'all just got done listening to. Somebody's mama, somebody's grandmama, going on and on about her personal business on social media. What is the world coming to? I remember back in the day when old ladies was old ladies and proud to be old because they wanted that respect. You figure you done lived all your life, done been through all you been through. You ain't trying to tell the world unless you gonna write a book. Write a book, Remy. Do a documentary. Put it all out there. Be more professional about this thing. Monetize it. Get some money off of it. Make it legit. Make it professional. Make it respectable. This just dirty. It's classless. And for Papoose to be going back and forth, he ain't no better than she is. He's supposed to be a grown man. She calling him a little boy, a little girl. And what he do? Get online, act like a little boy, act like a little girl. I can't say he was one of my favorite rappers, but I did think he was from Brooklyn. And he one of them street cats that ain't gonna go for that. But look what the world done turned us into. I believe they all getting paid off for this. This ain't nothing but a continuation of love and hip hop. That's how they get their respect out in the street. Keep their name ringing. Have people chatting on them in the barbershop. They like that type of stuff. It could be a possibility that they all doing this for attention. But either way, Fat Joe is a businessman. He can't have somebody under his umbrella making his organization look bad. There's plenty of Latin men out there that's disgusted with Remy Ma. And they saying that's the reason why they wouldn't marry nobody like Remy Ma. We got to get it together within our own community instead of trying to be in other people's communities because Fat Joe don't like it. And he got every right not to like it. That's like Remy Ma working at a Chinese restaurant selling collard greens on the side. That ain't what they do up in there. She need to act like a beautiful Latin woman, since that's what she claiming, and respect her man. She need to be in there cooking for Papoose, washing his drawers. And I ain't saying that's what Latin women do for their men, but Remy need to do better because she representing Latin culture. It's a bunch of kings and queens out there that's disappointed that they supported her over all of these years, and she online acting like a thigh pocket, and she 50-something years old. She ain't gonna get no more rice and peas, no more plantains, no more empanadas until she clean up her act. Cause Fat Joe ain't having it. Allegedly, he called her and told her about herself. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. So Remy Ma and Papoose get back together. Y'all see what happened to Tia and Tamira. She out there on Instagram right now begging for her husband back. Fat Joe helped out before. Maybe he could help her get her marriage back on track. It'd be good for his brand, I know that much, because she causing more than terror for the terror squad. She running people away from the damn squad. They gonna have to figure it out. I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And one more thing, subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T that you want. And my music hit so hard, make you say, oh my God.